Hi, Kim Holman here, bringing you another Empath Empowerment Brief from 8 Hands Healing. So in this empowerment brief, I wanted to talk about buyer's remorse. There's many variations of buyer's remorse. Sometimes it's our love language and we love giving gifts, and we sometimes can't afford to give as much as we would like. And then we go, and now I'm in debt, or whole variation of things. Sometimes we buy things for people and it was like, why did I go overboard? What am I trying to prove? Right. And sometimes we don't even stop to think about this and we just go, okay, next year I'm not going to do that. But then we never stop and look back on why did we do that? So I was going to break down a few things for people that love to give gifts, or if you feel obligated to get a gift and you have buyer's remorse because you really didn't want to, or you really wanted to get them this, but they said they wanted that. So how do we give gifts, and how do we have balance with it and boundaries? So let's break it down a little bit. So having boundaries is, if we live within our means, this is our budget, and we don't go outside of that. And it forces us to get creative within that budget. And some people, like myself, have had a belief that I am not creative. I don't know how to make gifts. I don't make it good. It's not going to be good enough, which is my primary sabotage pattern. It's not good enough. So it's not a good enough gift. I'm not a good enough person. I'm not a good enough therapist. I'm not a good enough daughter. I'm not a good enough whatever, right? That's my pattern. So now that I'm aware of that pattern, then I can go, oh, hey, I see you now. And then choose to do something different. So having a boundary financially of what you want to do, right? But what's another boundary besides finances that you might need? Time, right? Do you work full time? Do you manage children? Do you take care of, are you a caregiver for someone? Like, what is your time allotment for gift giving, or, doing things in the holiday? It's like, it's on an average month during the year. It's like, it feels like double to me in December. It's like, there's so much more that I want to do. I want to bake. Oh my gosh, I want to bake and give everybody a little goodie treat, plate of food, especially, for sweets and stuff. And so I have to have boundaries with, like, how much can I do? Do I give everybody a plate? Do I give everybody a smaller portion, right? And who gets what and what kinds, and then all the food restrictions and stuff, right? But how do I have boundaries? How do we all have boundaries on our time, our money, right? So that we don't have that buyer's remorse. Going into debt is not a great idea. Can you be creative and make a gift? Can you do a Christmas card? One year, I really set boundaries for myself, and everybody got a card with a lottery ticket. And I hope to God somebody bought, or, won, which nobody did, unfortunately. But I thought it'd be really fun if somebody in the family, got a lottery ticket, and someone who has tons of money loved the idea of having a lottery ticket. So what causes you to have buyer's remorse? Maybe think about years past. Was it a time thing, a money thing? The belief that you're not creative, that you can't make something and it be okay, right? Can be a boundary thing. It could be a belief thing. So how do we let those things go? So in my mini class on Tuesday night, 6:15 Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to touch on this, as well as the topic that I did yesterday, which was obligations of love, because both of them are about boundaries. And so we're going to go over this a little bit more, but I wanted to shed a little light on buyer's remorse. So hopefully you can go into it consciously and do the gifts that come from your heart, right? Instead of at the end of the season, whatever your buyer's remorse is about, make a conscious choice and really feel into your heart. It's like, what do you want to gift? Anything? Maybe not. Maybe it's a compliment. Maybe it's an experience. I love giving experiences. I love receiving experiences. Let's go get a pedicure and have lunch. That's a great experience. That's something that you do something with that person, and then you have lasting memories. Let's go to create a memory and create something. Let's do paint night. Here's a gift certificate for an experience, a spa experience or something. That way it's a memory more than a thing. That's important for me, or food. So I hope that is helpful with you going into your holiday buying consciously so that you don't end up with buyer's remorse. Thank you. I'll see you on the next